Well, New York City has come to a standstill. We have roads flooded, we have buildings come crashing down, and there are hundreds of thousands of people in the U.S. Northeast without power. This, as what is now post-tropical storm Sandy continues to make its way to the U.S. Northeast. Now, the storm has already made landfall, and the good news is much of the rain for New York City is now over. We're still going to see some sporadic showers, but for the next 4 to 6 hours, we're getting on the backside of the low pressure system, and we're still going to see, unfortunately, not what you want here in Lower Manhattan and Coney Island, but we're still going to see 30-foot waves and storm surge. For the next 4 to 6 hours, we're going to be at the height of the storm. We're going to see these very strong winds, these extremely high waves, waves that you possibly have never seen in this area before, as this historic storm continues to make its way through. Now, we are getting so many reports about so much damage. The New York City subway system, possibly the most significant story thus far, has actually flooded. And we have numerous reports of road closures. Transformers have exploded in some areas. Coney Island is actually underwater from some latest reports here, and a crane towering over a skyscraper under construction in Manhattan has actually collapsed and could tumble to the ground at any second. And there are many people stranded, and actually, for the most part now, emergency responders say they're not even going to try to get to these people because they can't due to the scope of this storm. The storm is then going to make its way to Canada. It will affect southern Ontario and is already affecting southern Ontario, mainly with winds. Numerous wind warnings have been issued by Environment Canada. Winds gusting to 90 to 100 kilometers an hour for Canada's largest city, Toronto, stretching all the way from Windsor even north to Ottawa. In addition to that, we have already received numerous reports of damage in Ontario, including one fatality. A person was hit by a projectile, and there's also warnings in effect in Quebec, and the storm is going to make its way to Quebec as well, and eventually the Maritimes. By the time it gets to the Maritimes, it will be far less dangerous than what we're seeing right now, and then the remnants of the storm will likely make its way to Newfoundland, where it will just fall, where we will likely see just heavy rain. So the big story right now is what's happening in southern Ontario, and certainly for the U.S. Northeast, and more importantly, New York City, as New York City, for the most part, has been cut off from the rest of the world. Power outages, no way to get information, and unfortunately, there is no way in or out of the city right now, and officials expect that to continue into Tuesday. We'll keep you updated at wxcentre.ca. You can also follow us on Facebook. It's facebook.com/wxcentre, on Twitter at wxcentre, and our breaking news feed is at wxcentre_warns. That is the latest from WX Center. Stay tuned. We'll keep you updated for the duration of this storm.